I'm Draco Self-Important, and I think you should listen to me. Today, you're going to listen to me ramble some more about Marcus Dibs, whose channel name I'm not going to be saying in the beginning of this video, because I think that using his channel name is getting the shit suppressed. Either that or people really don't give a shit about this guy. Um, if you try to search for the channel name, it does not autofill, it does not show up in the history because his channel name has a slur in it. Like, that's why my videos, like, I will refer to myself as that. That is not, like, I'm not offended, I'm just confused. Doesn't seem like the greatest of branding, but, you know, you do you. I have not watched this video yet. It is, yeah, you can see the title on top of the screen. I, excuse me, have said that I haven't disagreed with everything that this dude says, because I feel like it's very rare that you disagree with literally everything someone says. But I'm interested to see if this is a situation where there's an actual issue, or if he's making something of nothing, and also if this is a situation where it's just a man being a predator, why that is somehow the problem of trans people. So we're gonna have a little watch, have a little listen. Excuse me if I clear my throat 4,000 times. I think one of the kids got me sick. So I'm a little phlegmy, if you will. Yeah, like that. I'm sorry. God, I hope that wasn't as loud as it sounded in my head. Jesus Christ. At any rate, let's see what Mr. Dib has to say. I might have called him Marcus Dibs instead of Dib. I don't know. I'm bad at names, bro.
Yet again, the trees are out of control. I'm wearing the perfect shirt for today's video. Have you ever heard woke activists claim that men identifying as women just to get easier access to women isn't happening? I know I have, and they're unfortunately wrong. It is happening, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This recent incident from Alaska is quite wild and disturbing. In March, a woman named Patricia Silva saw a man shaving his beard in the women's locker room at Planet Fitness. She took this picture and made a video right after leaving the gym in disbelief. Let's watch.
I just came out of Planet Fitness. There is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him.
I know this story. She gets kicked out of the fucking Planet Fitness because, hi, sometimes women have short hair. Sometimes trans women have short hair, and that's fucking okay. And here's the thing, friend. You, Mr. Gatekeepy McGatekeeperson, should understand that you're expected to live as your chosen gender for a fucking year before you can get any kind of access to medical care in a lot of situations. So, how the fuck are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to be a trans woman who is yet to access any kind of hormones or any kind of hair removal treatment and not have to deal with hair removal? I know an actual real-life fast cis-bearded woman, like, if she were shaving in the Planet Fitness, would that be an issue for you? Yeah, okay, alright, cool. I don't know why I thought to try to give the benefit of the doubt on this situation, but God, let's see how we twist this shit.
In Christ, he's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman, but I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom.
I think she's being way too nice here. I know where she's coming from, and I'm happy she seems so open-minded, but a grown-ass man shaving his beard in a girls' and women's locker room is effing disgusting. And it has nothing to do with being trans. He might be harmless, he might not be dangerous, but it's extremely inappropriate and low-key predatory for him to be there. Whenever a case like this happens...
You're referring to this trans woman as him over and over and over and over again. You are such a fucking grifter. Grifter. Grifter, grifter, grifter. Do you go into men's locker rooms? You're wearing a shirt that says men can't be lesbians. You think women can be fucking fags? Mr. I was concerned while sleeping with cis men about my ability to get pregnant before getting surgery. Eat a bag of fucking dicks. You were such a fucking hypocrite. Yeah, if that woman with the need to fucking shave in order to present by your gender standards isn't a fucking woman, then you're not a fucking man. What's the fucking difference? You're a fucking hypocrite. If you're a man, she's a woman. And what I know, regardless of your opinion on that, is you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you are offensive. You're a grifter. Hello, Calvin Guerra already did this shit years ago. I can't wait until you grow out of this.
Happens, I always think about who's really the one to blame. I am not defending this guy in any way. The true problem is not this guy. The problem is the guidelines. The problem is Planet Fitness. If they didn't have those ridiculous guidelines saying that anyone who identifies as a woman can use the women's locker rooms, creeps like this probably wouldn't have been there. You're not gonna believe what happened next. Planet Fitness sided with the man after he used I identify as a woman card, and the gym concluded that the woman, Patricia, violated policy regarding taking photos and or videos in the locker room, resulting in the loss of her...
Yes, it is unacceptable for you to photograph people in a fucking locker room. Yes. Like, I'm sorry, the fact that we have such hard lines on fucking gender in locker rooms to begin with, I think is really just, you know, a commentary on the rape culture in which we live and the fact that men are, you know, not at all punished for being predators, right? So, like, that's a man problem, that's a patriarchy problem, that's not a fucking trans problem. And again, you don't get to have the I think there should be more medical gatekeeping and the you can't actually live as your chosen gender until you do medical shit. That doesn't mesh. It does. Pick one. Because either you expect people to not live as their chosen gender until they've been on a bunch of fucking hormones and had a bunch of surgeries and magically pass, regardless of what the fuck their genetics are like and whether or not that's a possibility. Like, no one has to pass to be trans, especially as someone who believes in dysphoria, as if that's something science doesn't care about your feelings, baby. Believe in it, don't believe in it. Believe you need it, don't believe. Like, all it is to be trans is to identify as a gender other than the one you were assigned at birth. End of fucking story. It is a goddamn gender identity. This is all a fucking social construct. The fact that we let men get away with being predatory, and the solution is to restrict people's movements and use of fucking bathrooms and showers and shit, instead of making sure that when men are predatory, that they're held responsible. Because they're not. Do you know why people don't report fucking sexual assaults and shit? Because nothing happens to those people. Hello? Have you seen any of the politicians? Like, how fucking often do we hear about some fucking scandal? Hello, Donald Trump? Hello, do you remember the dude who was president and unfortunately is aiming for it again, who has been, like, held liable in court for sexual assault? But was it criminally? Is he not able to run for office? Are there any fucking consequences whatsoever for pinning a woman up against the wall and doing what he... Yeah, no, none of that. But this fucking trans woman decides she wants to go to the fucking gym and shave in the god... Like, if she were shaving her legs, would it be an issue? Because I don't think it would. You're a hypocrite. You think you pass... And I say think, because if I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Shave, and then talk to me. Hypocrite. But let's hear him be fucking defamatory some more. Let's hear him misgender this other person some more.
Membership.
Day 2 of Planet Fitness Saga. I came in Monday, a little girl sitting in the corner. She could have been 12 years old, in a towel, kind of freaked out that there's a man shaving in her locker room. Well, I was offended, and I asked him, why are you there? You're a man with a penis. And he justified by saying, I'm queer LGB, and I said, you shouldn't be in the women's locker room. Well, I left. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room, the man with the penis, rather than the child sitting in the corner with a towel wrapped around her.
Not the man with the penis. I love the accent so much. This is unacceptable. How can any sane person believe?
So, Marcus, sweetie, if you go into the men's changing room at a Planet Fitness, and there's a 12-year-old little boy there who sees you and your man without a penis have an ass and is uncomfortable, should you leave? Because I bet you with that fucking beard walking into the fucking women's changing room is probably going to make people more uncomfortable. Because they're going to be like, what the fuck is this dude doing in here? Because most people aren't staring at your genitals. So, like, where's the line? Do you just not get to go to the gym? Like, I don't get to join a gym because I can't go into either fucking, like, I'm sure you think that I should just go into the fucking women's changing room, right? Yeah, the fucking, apparently at least twice the size of yours, tiny little dick, and the fucking, voice and the body hair and all that shit. Yeah, no, I haven't had enough surgery, so I should just go to the women's? Or should I go to the men's? Or, you know, where's the line, dude? People just aren't allowed to live their lives until they meet your fucking standard of how tranny enough they have to be? Who gives you the right? Really, legitimately, can you go into a men's locker room? Can you and your no penis and balls, bottom surgery's a fucking scam ass? Not that you're wrong there. Yet again, I don't disagree with everything you say. I'm not getting any kind of surgery at this point. I don't need fucking top surgery. They're cis dudes with tits. I like my tits because they bring me physical pleasure, and I'm probably not going to walk out into the world with this face and get gendered correctly any fucking way. So why would I deny myself that for other fucking people? And why do you think you have to change who you are for other fucking people? It should be so that you can better accept yourself. And I don't think that you do. And I think you want everyone else to hate themselves too. And that really pisses me off. Because that's the sort of shit that leads people to try to take their own lives. And I don't think that it is fair for you to be out here spreading your fucking misery throughout the world.
Believe that this woman is the problem? What the people at Planet Fitness did was misogynistic. The fitness was basically like, oh, you're a woman complaining about a man being in your space? Shut up, or you're gonna have to leave and never come back. Defucmented. The patriarchy wins again. This incident is so clearly twisted. This dude is clearly not trans. There's nothing trans about him.
Okay, hold on. It's hard to see with the fucking, I'm gonna try to... Excuse me. No joke. First fucking glance at this person. This is someone standing there in a camisole with what looks to be some new little estrogen titties. I'm sorry, man, but that level of hair, if you started from bald a couple of months ago because you had been previously shaving your head before you figured your shit out, that's... And yet again, not required to have long hair as a woman. Also, maybe she wears fucking wigs, bro. You know, sometimes people... You know, down in a fucking changing room. Like, this is not full outsidey presentation, so maybe there's a whole ass fucking whoo hair, like, you gotta get bottom surgery before you can go to the gym. Or you expect her to go into the fucking men's locker room and get fucking harassed? Because that's acceptable, right? Like, how do you do in the fucking locker room, bro? How is your life in a gym locker room? I would love to know.
He's not making any effort to look like a woman. He's either a troll, a mentally ill person, or a predator. And maybe after 4 years of making these videos, I'm still naive, thinking the trans community will not defend him or affirm him as trans. But I got so disappointed.
Planet Fitness is on the news because they are allowing their locker rooms being accessed by trans people. People are getting really mad and flamed up about this, and it's kind of crazy to me because I just don't understand how people behave. If you don't like something, then don't support it. You don't need to go out of your way to such an extent to embarrass yourself because you don't support their beliefs and your beliefs don't align with them.
You didn't think about cleaning your nose before filming? I don't appreciate you making me feel nauseous, but that's more due to your takes than appearance. You don't understand how people behave. Are you talking about the grown-ass man insisting on changing in front of a 12-year-old girl? Or are you talking...
I'm pretty sure we're talking about the grown-ass woman using the locker room at a gym. A gym is not inherently a children's space. Yes, there are occasions that children will go to the gym. A 12-year-old at the gym is not a fucking problem. But maybe just have a conversation with the kid. Maybe let the kid know that other people have different bodies than theirs. And also, that person was standing there shaving, fucking covered. She was not standing there shaving, naked, dangling for everyone to see, not even just standing there in a towel. Fully fucking bottoms, top, towel around the fucking shoulders. But the act of shaving a face, like, Marcus, what locker room do you use? Because I would love to know what you think Planet Fitness should do if some crazy southern dude comes raging out of the fucking men's locker room because their 12-year-old boy saw your pussy. Tell me. Tell me. Hypocrite.
Talking about the women complaining about it. Unfortunately, I know the answer to that.
You don't see atheists going to a church and bashing them and attacking them because they know that their beliefs are not welcome there.
Right, and you don't see men going into women's locker... Oh, wait. That's what we're talking about today. Huh. You're trying to gaslight people, but it's not gonna work. It doesn't matter how a man feels.
Pick me, grifter, token. If that woman is a man, then you're a fucking woman. Full fucking stop. You don't get to have it both ways. You're not the arbiter of transness, dude. First of all, you go on and on and on about a gender dysphoria diagnosis all day. You have no fucking clue what that person's fucking life is like. Like, it takes a while to grow out some hair, and clearly that person is growing some tits. So I don't know what the fuck you expect her to do. Like, you know, maybe she's going to the gym to try to beef up that ass, improve those curves, be more gender conforming. Cis women do that. But no, we don't want to take any of that into consideration. We don't want to raise our children to not be bigoted shits. We want to encourage the children to be afraid of people who are different, who are doing nothing more than fucking existing in a room, using that room for a purpose that is absolutely fine for anyone else. Because I guarantee you, if that 12-year-old saw a cis woman shaving her legs, no one would care. You want to go shave your face in the women's locker room? Because apparently that's where your genitals suggest that you should be if that's the important part of this conversation. Do you think they would be any more comfortable with you shaving your face? I'm just saying, man, the moment I figured out I was a dude, I did not feel comfortable in women's spaces, and I was not about to go into a women's room. And if that made other men feel uncomfortable, eat a bag of dicks. All I'm trying to do is pee. If my body makes you uncomfortable, your existence makes me uncomfortable. So I don't fucking care. Yeah. So, like, at what point, dude? Like, do you think that I should still be using, like, do you still use women's rooms? Like, seriously, do you, with your little adolescent baby beard, do you go into the ladies' room with that shit? Like, so ridiculous, dude.
It doesn't matter what he believes in. It doesn't matter if he believes he belongs in women's spaces. He cannot be in women's spaces.
With Planet Fitness, if you don't like the
What
gyms, you don't
about
like the
you,
rules and
baby
regulations,
boy?
then stop going. Stop going. Just stop supporting them. Walk away.
If you identify as a trans woman, if you want to be treated socially as a woman, maybe stop telling women to get out of their own spaces to include men. Shocking. People who fake being trans women, and I'm talking about this dude I just reacted to, can be so misogynistic. However, it's not only men who side with the creepy man. Some women also agree with Planet Fitness.
It's my thing.
So, what about that fucking woman made her pretending to be a trans woman? Like, what was that based on? Fucking sources? Like, literally, it's just passing for you. It's literally just how much you think someone passes. Shave. Hypocrite. Pick me. Grifter. Token. Loser. Stop spreading your suffering to everyone else. It's not acceptable behavior. There are children that see this shit. You claim you care about kids. No, the fuck you don't.
I'm at the gym, and I'm in the women's locker room, and I see someone who I may think is transgender. You know what I'll keep doing? I'll keep walking.
Oh, you're such a good cis ally. Good for you, hun, but I think you're the only one. First of all, you're full of shit. Second of all, it doesn't matter how you personally feel. This is gonna be tough for you to hear, but try to think about other people than yourself. I know. Think about children. Think about women's safety.
Is it my business what natural gender someone was born? No. Is it my business how someone identifies? No. Is it my business if someone has their phone out in the women's locker room taking pictures of others? Yeah.
What's the matter with you? A man is being inappropriate in front of a 12-year-old girl, and the woman taking a picture.
A fully clothed human being was standing in front of a mirror, shaving. And this is inappropriate in front of a 12-year-old girl. Do you think that if that 12-year-old girl's father, who one can presume by the reaction of all of this is a cis man, were standing with the bathroom door open, wearing bottoms, tank top, shaving, and the 12-year-old saw it that would be inappropriate? Hey Marcus, what locker room do you use? Or do we just not get to use gyms? I need to know how far this goes, because you sensationalize this and you misgender other people. How far does this go? What are your fucking lines here? Because it seems to me that you're just a grifter. And you fucking hate yourself. And you want all the rest of us to hate ourselves. And I don't think that's acceptable. And I'm gonna bitch about it for probably a long time.
To prove it happened is the problem? Of course, if no one is in your business, bothering you or others, you shouldn't care about their gender identity, what they identify as. But you should have a problem with a man undressing in front of women and children. I almost feel bad for you because now it's on video that you're defending this horrible, disgusting behavior. The internet is forever, babe. I think it's so crazy that these people are comfortable. They basically don't think about the consequences of defending predatory behavior just because the people identify as trans. Well, they're not actually trans. And now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time I saw a story about a real trans person in the media. The media never talks about real trans people.
Had my ex-wife gone to the fucking gym. Like, this person could have been my ex-wife, like, early in transition. Like, she couldn't go to the gym, like, and she 100%, like, yeah, dysphoria was, like, the whole deal. But also, she figured it out real old, because welcome to the age, then, yeah, you know, I say real old, she was in her 30s, she wasn't that fucking old, but still, you know, so, like, you literally think that you have to pass. Because to say that one identifies as their gender, that's all you get. There's not like a magical point where your sex suddenly changes. It's all an identification. You identify as a man. Just like I do. Just like that woman in the fucking goddamn locker room identifies as a woman. Just like the woman making the fucking angry-ass TikTok identifies as a woman too. Because your biological sex and her biological sex are the same. But that doesn't make you a woman, does it? I really seriously want to know, do we just not get to go to the gym? And if that's not the case, what locker room do you use? And what happens when the 12-year-old little boy and his dad go running to the front desk after taking pictures of you in the fucking locker room? And if you're going to suggest that trans people shouldn't fully undress in a locker room or whatever, like, that's not, like, I can't put on clean underwear, I can't shower, I can't, like... And also, you know, it's entirely possible that this person changed in a goddamn shower stall, or in a, like, because most of these, right, they're, like, places that they were standing in front of a mirror to shave, because you can't really do that blind, like, it's your face. I mean, you can, it's not advised, you know, so, like, I saw a picture of someone fully clothed doing something that is absolutely appropriate to do in front of children. Shaving your face is not some sort of illicit behavior. There's nothing sexual about shaving your face. I really recommend that you try it, Marcus. Let's see how well you pass without the stubble, sweetie. Since that's the only thing your dumbass is concerned about. Fucking hypocrite.
Maybe it's because they're not the problem. Who knows?
I'm a cis woman, I have PCOS, and I also grow occasional chin hair. Keep tweezers in my car to pluck my chin hair when I discover them.
Do you also have a thick and long schlong? No, I didn't think so. Oh, what a great distraction. I have PCOS and I'm a woman. Right. Just because you have the condition PCOS doesn't make you any less of a woman. But if you're a man, you're not a woman at all.
Planet Fitness have doubled down on their decision to ban a member who took a picture of a trans woman shaving before confronting them about their presence in the gym's locker room. A member of one of the Alaska gyms, Patricia Silver, shared a picture online of a trans woman shaving in a locker room, invading their privacy while they were in a vulnerable position.
Patricia invaded another person's privacy, and the man was in a vulnerable position? You have got to be kidding me. How about the 12-year-old girl? No one cares? Didn't think so. But of course trans activists don't care about 12-year-old girls. If they claim to be boys, they're for chopping their breasts off. So, no, these people don't care about children. They only care about themselves.
If a child is uncomfortable in any situation, maybe have a conversation with them. Human beings, in general, are uncomfortable with things that are unfamiliar to them, and especially if you're raised in a society that makes you think that men are pretending to be women to prey on children. A lady was just trying to, like, not have facial hair, which I think is probably a thing that you expect from trans women. And, like, hair removal is a lengthy process. It's expensive. Like, you just don't get to go to the gym until you've completed your laser hair removal on your face. Full bottom surgery. Like, where is the line? Obviously, this is not going... You say that they were doing nothing to appear female. Do you think the person who just showered at the gym is in a full fucking face of fucking makeup and hair done and shit? I'm pretty sure she was in the beginning stages of getting herself ready to go back out into the world. So you have no fucking clue what the end result of that would have looked like, because she had some fucking cunt of a woman take a goddamn picture of her standing fully clothed in front of a mirror looking surprised, like, why are you taking a picture of me? Because why are you taking a picture of someone in a locker room? Yeah, the woman standing there fully clothed in front of a mirror doing an activity that lots of people do in front of mirrors. You just acknowledge PCOS, friend. Hello, sometimes cis women have beards. Are they not allowed to shave fully clothed in front of mirrors at the Planet Fitness? Marcus, do we not get to go to the gym? And if we do get to go to the gym, what locker room do you go to?
And apparently this guy is a part of the trans community. Good to know. Let me tell you something. If you believe that people like this are really trans, you're transphobic. If you believe that a man who looks 100% like a man, who forces himself to be in women's spaces, especially where the women have to be naked, is the same as a real trans woman, a man with chronic and severe gender dysphoria, like Blair White, you're extremely transphobic.
Oh, I see. She's your idol. Oh, you really are the boy Blair White. Oh, God. She's awful. She's the worst of the fucking worst, and she's just as fucking bad as you, because she's all worried about passing. What locker room does she use? You know, Blair hasn't had bottom surgery. She makes that very known publicly. Does Blair get to go to the gym with her thick old schlong, as you just described this other woman having? Does your little buddy get to go to the gym? What locker room does Blair White have to use? Does she and her dick have to go in the fucking men's locker room? Yeah, I don't think that could go poorly for her at all. Jackass.
In the video, please remember this. All the crazy shit I just reacted to today has nothing to do with LGBT. And here's an example of an LGBT person speaking out against all of this.
It's very clear that we have this man attaching himself to the LGBT community, hiding under the umbrella, using it as a shield, then allowed into the women's locker room where women are changing, vulnerable, little girls present. And then how is it when women voice their discomfort?
A transphobic, cis, gay man, especially one who's gender non-conforming, that never happens. No, that's not some other kind of weird self-hatred shit. That's not some... No. This person totally yeah. You found one person. How many fucking videos did you have to go through to find this guy?
How this makes them feel within their space. That's pushed to the side, discredited. This is that slippery slope. There needs to be a line drawn where we say enough is enough, but we come to an agreement where everybody can feel comfortable without compromising the comfort of women in their own spaces to accommodate somebody that doesn't belong there in the first place.
Thank you all for watching this video. If you want to see more content...
Yeah, so that was about what I expected. I don't know why I thought that there might have been something reasonable in there. I thought maybe I had missed a story about an actual predator in a locker room, because I've been told that these stories exist many times, and yet I've not actually seen them. And, you know, again, let me be very clear. I think that a man dressing as a woman to enter a woman's space in order to predate on women is a problem, right? That's bad. Going into women's spaces to predate on them in any circumstances, that's bad. I think that trans women who don't pass should be able to piss and go to the gym without having to be in men's spaces because they're not fucking men. What bathrooms and locker rooms do you use, Marcus? Or do we just have to piss in buckets and never go to the gym? What is your solution here? Because I hear you bitch. I hear you show fucking stories and shit of adults and then bitch about children. This is all you bitching at. You're weaponizing children. Baby, you are a child. You barely have a fully developed brain, and this shit has been cooking on testosterone for years. Maybe you should have let your female brain fully develop before you made any of these permanent decisions. Maybe that's why you feel so much shame. Maybe you should be a detransitioner. Maybe that's the grift we need next. If you're a man, then the woman saying she's a woman, existing in women's spaces, is a fucking woman. Because you don't have a fucking dick either. But you're a man. Because you have some facial hair, right? What is the difference? I've seen the pictures. You are easily Googleable. I'm sure I am as well. All my fucking social media shit was all public. But you could see a pretty drastic change in my face. So, like, what was the difference between you when you were a girl and now? You're a hypocrite. I need to know what bathrooms you use, what locker rooms you use, and what bathrooms and locker rooms you expect your friend Blair to use. Because neither of you have had fucking bottom surgery, and all of your complaints about this were complaints about the fact that this woman supposedly had a fucking dick, when the only goddamn picture anyone has seen was fully clothed person standing in front of a mirror. I would bet almost certainly that she got dressed behind a fucking curtain. I can't prove it, but you think if you're going to be the asshole snapping pictures, you would wait until she was fully clothed to snap the picture? No, it was the shaving. They probably didn't even, like, clock her until they saw her shaving, because you don't pay attention to people in the fucking locker room. Like, yeah. Kudos to Planet Fitness. It's absolutely the right thing to do. If your child is ever uncomfortable when you are accompanying them in a locker room, have a fucking conversation. Like, bro, that, you know, if they're being harassed by someone or some shit, that's a whole different story, and that's not something that has anything to do with gender. Adults of all genders, unfortunately, take advantage of children at times. That shouldn't mean that trans women don't get to exist in women's spaces. You do not think that these people are getting harassed in men's spaces? Jesus Christ. Hey, Marcus, Mr. Offensive Tranny, what locker room does your tranny ass go in? Because I go in the men's. I don't have, a cis boy dick. I just, got what I grew myself over the past couple of years, which, judging by the way that you talk about bottom growth, is apparently fucking gigantic. Who knew? It's not. I've seen porn. You need to find more examples of what trans dick looks like before you start talking about it, because much like everything else, you have no fucking clue. Because, yeah, you describe some shit that's nowhere near mine, and I've seen way bigger than my shit. Like, so I don't know what you're looking at, buddy, but, woo. Yeah. I'm sorry yours isn't bigger. I'm not really. I feel like you probably deserve it. Yeah. Yeah, okay for you, but not for anyone else. Okay. Cool, buddy. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably never hear anything from this dude. This is probably just me barking into the void, but maybe someone else who has, seen this shit will see me going, no. Hi, hello, grown-ass man over here. No. His self-loathing shouldn't be anyone else's problem. It's a lesson that I try to teach my kids. You cannot make your suffering someone else's problem. You can ask for help, you can ask for support, but being a complete and total shit to everyone around you because shit isn't good is not acceptable behavior as, like, a human in a society. Certainly not an adult with a platform. So, man up, motherfucker? I don't know. Let me just add to the toxic masculinity. If you have gotten this far, please subscribe. For the love of all things holy, a like would be greatly appreciated. I love a comment, even and especially if you disagree with me. Yeah. So I think that pretty well covers it for now. Am I forgetting anything? No. I think the thing that I was trying to convince myself to remember was to ask people to subscribe, because I keep forgetting to do that. I meant to do it in the lead up and forgot. Maybe next time. At any rate, I love you. Be safe. Make good choices.